Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to understand an extremely important concept in plant biology, plant life cycles and alteration of generations. This topic is very important for exams because it explains how plants alternate between haploid and diploid stages during reproduction. We'll clearly understand what is meant by gametophyte, saprophyte and the three types of life cycle patterns are haplotonic, diplotic, and haplodiplotic. Let us begin step by step in a very simple way. Now let us understand basic concept of plant life cycle. In plants, both haploid and diploid cells divide by mitosis. So, because of this ability, plants form two different plant bodies during their life cycle, which is a haploid plant body and a diploid plant body. The haploid plant body produces gametes by mitosis. This haploid body is called the gametophyte. After fertilization, a diploid zygote is formed. The zygote divides by mitosis to produce a diploid plant body. This diploid body is called saprophyte. The saprophyte produce haploid spores by meiosis. These spores divided by mitosis to form a new haploid gametophyte. Thus, in the life cycle of sexually reproduction plant, there is an alteration between gamete producing haploid gametophyte and spore producing diploid saprophyte. This phenomena is called alteration of generation. Now let us understand types of life cycle patterns. Different plant groups show different life cycle patterns. There are three main types, which is haplotonic, diplotonic, and haplodiplotic. Let us understand each one clearly. Now let us understand haplotonic life cycle. In this type of cell cycle, the dominant phase is the haploid gametophyte. Here, the saprophytic generation is represented only by one cell zygote. The zygote undergoes meiosis immediately. Meiosis produces haploid spores. These spores divide mitotically and form the gametophyte, and there is no independent multicellular saprophytic stage. So, the main photosynthetic and free living plant body is haploid gametophyte. This type of life cycle is called haplotonic. Now let us understand diplotonic life cycle. In this type of life cycle, the dominant phase is the diploid saprophyte. Here, the saprophyte is the main independent photosynthetic plant body. The gametophytic phase is very short and reduced. The gametophyte is usually represented only a few haploid cells, and meiosis occurs during gamete formation. The haploid phase is limited only to gametes. This type of life cycle is called diprotonic. All seeds-bearing plants include gymnosperms and angiosperms follow this diprotonic life cycle. Now let us understand haplodiplotic life cycle. In this type of life cycle, both haploid and diploid phase are multicellular and often free-living. This is an intermediate condition between haplotonic and diprotonic states. Here, the gametophyte is multicellular, the saprophyte is also a multicellular. Both stages can live independently. However, one of them is dominant depending on the plant group. Bryophytes and pteridophytes show this pattern. In bryophytes, the dominant phase in the gametophyte and the saprophyte is dependent on the gametophyte for nutrition. And in pteridophyte, the dominant phase is saprophyte. The gametophyte is small but independent. Thus, this type is called haplodiplotic life cycle. Let me tell you some interesting points. While most algae are haplotonic, some algae like kelpers show haplodiplotonic life cycle, and fucus, which is an algae, show diplotonic life cycle. This is very important for exams. Now let us revise. Understanding these patterns help us classify plant groups correctly. I hope this explanation made this concept of this plant life cycle very clear and simple. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe for more easy and exam based biological explanation. See you in the next class.